Hey everybody, welcome back. I gotta tell you, I've been enjoying this weekly so far. I've had a reasonable degree. Ooh, never mind. I go back on that. I was gonna say I've had a reasonable degree of success, but I think this team is pure garbage. Let me be let me be a precious player. When in doubt, if you can get alliteration, you take your alliteration. Okay, that's my rule. Hold on. If you'll excuse me, is it possible that we just soul read our opponent? That is an undeserved win. I would like to apologize to our opponent. They should get their points back. We're taking a team full of also Rans, which is fine, by the way. It's, it's okay. To kill crickets, you only need a level 1 iguana, so we don't need two of them. I feel like you can add an otter to the team. Whatever it hits, it hits. We want to run anti-pig technology, so maybe something like that. Keep the iguana back just in case they got a near backline cricket, and all of a sudden, well, they do have a cricket, but I think we definitely lose this. Look, you can control some things. In fact, they have two crickets. No, that's a cockroach. I don't know insects. Either way, you can't really control the shops that you get, right? You just got to take your chances and play what you got. I think I would sell, and run a kind of a tanky swan for a minute. And then maybe add an ant to the squad. I don't think... It seems unlikely we're about to get a level. So we got to kind of cobble together a team out of this not so fantastic series of shops we've gotten so far. Right now, stay alive until maybe you can get a giraffe. I think if you get a giraffe, you could start to think about your team becoming a little bit more stable. Or maybe not. But right now, this team's going to be pretty bad. There's going to be a lot of problems. I think you got to go. That's fine. I think this might help. It's a level. I would rather get the level next time. Big Swan is a weird play, don't get me wrong. I think I'd rather get the level next time. Let's prepay the level right now. If we're on 5 life, but we come out of this with a level and a decent unit, I think I would look at that and say, you know what? It could have been better, but it could have been a lot worse. And, spoilers, we're coming out of this with 8 life? With 7 life. Okay, that's not so bad. Now we got some decent units. Let me get one of those. I would add a Lynx to the squad in a heartbeat. The garlic doesn't really fit on anybody right now. But I would say, honestly, even though we just leveled you, you have no reason to exist. I would much rather replace you with a toad and move you back a little and then roll. Another swan. I would like to pill the ants. Holy cow. Okay, let's pill the ants. We'll add a swan. And we'll freeze the other 2 swans. Swan might be a unit I level up a little earlier, just because we get the extra gold out of it, obviously. So I still don't think we have, like, an amazing setup, necessarily, but it's better than it was a minute ago. So that's nice. We could win this one, man. In fact, we did just win this one. Level 1 Toad works 2 times per turn. I was wondering why this unit got so good. I was like, I remember the Toad being good, but not that good. Okay. You could run 2 swans. I actually feel, though, that the rooster, while not necessarily... Oh, my word. And we'll roll once more. And, yeah, sure. Okay, I could be persuaded here. The rooster, you have to find a scaler, and individual scaling is a little tougher to come by in this pack. But I think it's the kind of unit where if things go long, and they often do on these, like, slightly weaker weeklies, because, you're not running into 50-50 units. There's a lot of teams that are very close together, especially in the early and the mid game. We need a late game unit we can hang our hat on. Maybe it's the rooster. Maybe it's a big swan. I don't know. Sad to say, but the beaver has got to go to make room for something that can scale our rooster. The lynx is not going anywhere. You need a pineapple. The toad's not going anywhere. Take a grape. Keep a pair around. I'm loving our HP right now. 7 HP on round... This is just coming up to round 7. A reasonably good swan. Hold on, let's override your equipment. You override my equipment, I override your equipment. You had a level 2 rooster, that's fine. We still win these. I do think we could actually go chicken on this, if like not rooster but chicken if we got it, but we'd have to get it at the right time. But right now I'm pinning my hopes on this rooster long term. We don't need a grape, not another one at least. Level 2 toad, 4 times per turn. Holy cow! You know what? If we're gonna have a lot of extra capital, if we don't see anything worth buying, it's like a perfect can situation. We'll be pivoting off of the giraffe at some point. I don't think we have to pivot off of any other unit except the giraffe, but we will be pivoting off of the giraffe. The only thing I'm not thrilled with right now, okay, you got me, is it's hard to fit like chocolate on the team to get a crow to feed our rooster. We'd have to sell the giraffe. I mean, we do have 13 gold per turn right now. A lot of interesting stuff. Certainly you could add a lion. It would become a 15-12 right off the bat. But what do you sell? We've seen what snipers can do for us. I think we could do better. I may regret it, but I think we can do better. And I feel like, you know, we're not getting any duplicates right now. I really want to get more roosters, obviously. But I'm happy with our cans. Because if things go horrendously wrong... Pass back your weakness? Oh my god. If things go horrendously wrong, it means we should have an opportunity to pivot. Because we're going to have made our shops pretty strong. Now, none of these units, even the Triceratops, they don't appeal to me that much right now. These units do have a lot better stats than the units we're presently using. So it would be nice to get a pivot, but it has to be a sensible pivot. Like right now, those were statistically good pickups for us. Look, you want a level 3 swan, okay? But I think a lynx does more for us right now. And then maybe you sell a giraffe and you get a tiger lynx and you just go full scumbag sniper team, hoping not to lose this one, so we got a little more room to work with. Very, very not thrilled to see a level 2 rooster. For sure. But can I tell you, we win these? Holy cow. We're holding tight. You gotta sell the giraffe. It's gotta go. Swan comes out. I mean, I think the cat could be amazing for us too. With all this money we've got. Would I sell an 11-10 rooster to get a cat out here? Knowing what we know about the amount of money that we have? Yeah. Even though it seems like we sunk a lot into it. Let's buy some foods. Moose can also be amazing. But I think we've picked our battles right now. Not really interested in those. Very interested in this. And who do you feed? I have no idea. None of our units are really that good, but okay, let's keep feeding the swan then. So the lynx is going to land 3 sweet shots. And then, I say it every time. The lynx is just a fun unit to use. It's not just that I think it's actually, like, good. It's also just, like... It's just fun to watch the shots rain down, man. So I love it. Now, with this much money, I do think melon armor will always go hard for us. I think you can definitely pair. I think you can definitely sushi. And feel like, you know, pretty quickly we're building a solid team here. We could add another lynx. This is hard scaling. You know, we've done our steady state cardio. It's time for high intensity interval scaling. We can theoretically kill a 33 HP lion because it has weakness. No theory required, okay? The weakness is going insanely hard for us. 3 pairs? Yeah, I would probably be okay with that. Let me get 3 pairs out there. I mean, we have so much money per turn. At this point, the swan probably needs a melon. Dude, I don't know. It's not the fastest scaling team you could have right now, but I feel like it is doing some pretty good stuff. Holy cow, their team is, like, really strong. Like, really, really strong. Yeah, 2 cats, huh? That's my problem. I only have the 1 cat. I should have gotten a 2nd cat. Don't really want a chili pepper. I do want this. Should we start scaling another unit, perhaps? I think it makes a little bit of sense. We'll talk about it. I'd rather buy more useful food right now. We don't need to have this work 6 times a turn. The actual best choice for us would be like a scaler. With no scaler, okay, then the probable best choice for us is actually a level 2 cat, because we still have one more win to go after this, but we may lose this one. You gotta reconcile, you gotta recognize that it could happen. I feel like that was good, because we got a little bit unlucky with the Lynx shots. We got some duplicate shots, but it worked out just fine. Okay, and then we actually just don't have the time. This is so unlikely to be a draw, given the stage of the game that we're at. Look, just in case. Take one. You're on what, 32? Take one. We probably should have buffed the tiger more so that it got into, like, survivable melon territory. I don't know, though. I mean, I feel like we win. I feel like the octopus is not as strong as our units. Dude, that's a 10-piece to start us off. Considering how mediocre our early shops were, that was some solid stuff. Guy who only loves the weeklies when he does well voice. I'm really loving the weekly this week. Okay, we got early fish. Let me be a green sardine. I think if you can get a level 3 fish early and not completely screw up your whole team, you basically win like 4 rounds in a row. We just have to not take the level 2 early. So like we're on the verge of having 2 level 2 fish. We're on the verge of being on the verge. If you've got 2 level 2 fish, guess what? You got a level 3 fish. You got a lot of levels coming your way. Like Led Zeppelin said, I got a whole lot of level. -2, I'm sure. Go ahead, say it, -2. By the way, we win this one. Ideally, I would love to sell both ducks for a good unit. That's not going to happen, but it's still really nice. Like, I think we can do this. Roll once. Let's try. I think you could think about making a toucan work here. And I think I'm okay rolling 4 squatted when you see what I'm about to do. You know what? Maybe we just start here. And then we don't combine, and then we do our combines next level, because we're going to get a better... And we could put a swan on the team before, because we know we're going to want a swan. We could maybe put 2 swans on the team. We know we're going to want them to stick around. And every unit is, like, about to get, like, a 4/4 buff or something. Something ridiculous. I'm not even sweating the loss there. Like, I'm feeling very secure. I think I would add you. You have to do it this way, which is fine. What do you got for me? An ox? Wait, I'm missing a fish. Why did I think I had enough fish? Did I not freeze the fish that showed up earlier? It's actually fine. I would just, excuse me, add you. Ah, okay. Thank you. Then I would add the fish. I would probably leave us here for now. Not worry about the blowfish too much. And then combine them next turn. We'll get a tier 4 unit off of that as well. I'll admit to being a little surprised. Like, I feel like our team should be a little bit better than it is. But you know what? We actually just won that. And we've been keeping some potential in reserve as well. So, turtle, not that interesting. I kind of like the double swan team. Give me my level. Mole's not really what you're looking for, but you know what? How about one of those? Sell me. You could melon this team. You could run like this squad right here and not feel... I mean, I could actually just give you a melon and then look for a scaler. Yeah, why would I keep a 1/2 turtle around? We could put a better unit out there. It's not those. It's a giraffe so that you get the early scaling. And I honestly don't feel like I care about a toucan hitting level 2. That's the exception. If we can get a level 2 toucan, then we could be like, at least there's a level in our future. It augments the conditions a little bit for you. This is no sweat. Looks a lot scarier than it is. And we got 2 big swans generating some good money that are going to get combined at some point. Might as well level. Yeah, this is where you would add a lynx and be like, I'm stoked, I think. We don't really care about a level 3 toucan. I think that the toucan and the giraffe are both on the way out. The fish would be on the way out if we weren't scaling it, but I think it's our best scaling target for sure. And the fish gambit, you know, it looked a little spicy, and now it looks a little good. I mean, spicy can be good too, don't get me wrong. It definitely seems like, I mean, trading the giraffe for a dragonfly is a straight upgrade. We get 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. I am okay buffing the swan. I think he's going to stick around. Probably could have tried the mole. All we need in order to get extra space is to get a swan. Or like a chocolate. Don't get me wrong. Like, I want a toad. We're running the rare no toad build. Now I get a lynx. Okay. A lynx, I think maybe you could build around a vulture here. A level 2 lynx allows you to sell a toucan in order to fit another unit, which could have been a mole, but I was starting to get unimpressed when I thought about the 2 gold to get a 2/2 buff. I was starting to be like, that doesn't seem that valuable to me. Maybe I'm incorrect, by the way. It's been suggested before, but hold on, the team's cruising right now. So the toucan's got to go. The swan is leveling. Toucan goes. At this point, buy a mole. Let the rhythm take you over, buy a mole. Something like that. I'm okay still buffing the swan. Why not? Do we build around a vulture? Do we build around a vulture? Yes. I just like the setup right now. It gets the buff, so it's not going to be as killable. It fits with our sniping team. We don't really have a lot of units, so it doesn't like... It's not really like a spam build with the vulture. It's just like, he's just a guy. But I think that it gives us enough utility to be pretty stoked. I'm hoping that's the case. That was nice. That was nice. So far, so good. Round 9, we're fishing for chocolates. No chocolates. Don't really care for a chili pepper. We need chocolates and dragonflies, I think. Vultures are fine too. Let's continue scaling. Honestly, you need to scale faster. 1-1 per turn is not keeping the fish relevant. Another dragonfly and a chocolate. Okay, here's the thing. Of all these units, I would most like to buff the vulture, so let's level it. And then the dragonfly would be my logical next choice. Yes, I would... The gorilla is a fan favorite. Every time it shows up, people are like, you gotta take this creature. There's no fit for it right now, and I wish that there was, but I just don't see it, man. I don't know about this one. I think we still win. We easily stay winning. That looked so much worse than it actually was. Dragonfly levels. Now we're only getting 2/2/2 buffs per turn, but that's actually pretty good. Now, to be honest, if we sold a lynx or a swan, we could fit an octopus on the squad. But I don't really want to do that. I think I would sell a swan for a tiger. And try to create like a super lynx or something like that. Let's keep you around in case that comes to pass. I'm not going to level up the swan. I think this makes sense. We're getting level 6s soon. We would like to see a tiger. Okay, honestly, it's not even their fault. They just had some bad order going on there. Their white tiger went after it was supposed to and screwed up. I mean, actually, it made the lynx stronger, but for no reason. Okay, you take one of those. I just don't... Nobody really needs the melon right now. But it is hard to be, like, uninterested in it. Sell... I mean, we could easily get a level 3 lynx. It sucks to lose the swan. It would take us one more turn to do it. We should have bought the pizza first. Because now... I freaking knew it. It's okay. Losing the swan right now sucks. But we'll get the level 3 lynx. And then just, like, get a tiger going on top of it as well. And then we can start going crazy on them. Or we could even run Tiger behind the Vulture. I mean, I don't know. It depends. Do you like your snipes shaken or stirred? Right now we're on 9 wins going into round 12. Very, very bullish, I would say. Sell me. Give me a tier 6. I would love to just see a Tiger or a white Tiger. You shouldn't have. Okay. Nothing here is good. We got so much HP. Roll for better long-term optics. No sweat. This is probably better. Yeah. Even though it moves you up a position, you shooting twice versus you shooting 4 times instead of 3. But wait, what's the sum of friendly low? It's like 8. No. I think this makes sense. This makes sense to me. And the Lynx is stealing the fish buff now, which I think is fine, but holy cow. Well, I would say an irrelevant unit got sniped, but we're still going to eat it. It's a very strong team. Not sweating it. Can I get a Tiger? Tiger. Now, I'm thinking that we have a devastating early snipe opportunity. I also feel like even though we just buffed our Dragonfly, I think we might want to sell it. And fit a unit with more utility. I don't think it's going to matter. In hindsight, I think it's not going to matter too much. Oh! Honestly, there's a one recurring element between those two teams, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, that's 2 Hall of Fame runs in a row, man. I'm feeling kind of sick with it. In fact, 4 of our last 6 and 3 in a row have been 10 pieces. Tiger and Lynx are the recurring element. Vulture shows up now and then. Oh, come on, a little Toad, of course. The teams are slightly different. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.